Alzheimer's disease is one of the biggest medical challenges of our time, but groundbreaking new research has identified a unique combination of nutrients that may actually slow its progression. Here with information and unique findings in honor of World Alzheimer's Month are Professor Riona Mulcahy of University Hospital Waterford, Ireland, and Professor John Nolan, founder of Nutrition Research Centre Ireland. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to have you here. So first of all, let's talk about the prevalence of Alzheimer's, not only in the U.S. but around the world.
So right now in the U.S., about 5.7 million people are diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and it's as large as 50 million worldwide. So it's a huge problem, age being a major risk factor for developing Alzheimer's disease. So while we enjoy the success of medical advances in making people live longer, it also means that the number of people with Alzheimer's disease is increasing exponentially year on year.
And what are some of the symptoms associated with Alzheimer's? Because some people may not be aware of this, even though we hear about Alzheimer's all the time. What are the actual symptoms for people who may not know?
Sure. So Alzheimer's disease is very much a condition that affects you in many ways. It can affect memory, and that's the thing we talk about the most. It can affect your short-term memory. So remembering what you did over the last few days, remembering grandchildren's names, remembering appointments becomes an issue. Then managing your everyday. So just this ability to do all the things you always did, cooking, grocery shopping, paying bills, becomes a major issue and can be a source of major agitation. People just can't figure out how to do it or figure out their money. And then changes in mood and behaviour, so they can get a bit more depressed, more agitated, have difficulty with sleep. And people with Alzheimer's will often say to me in a clinic, look, I feel like I'm losing myself. They no longer fit or no longer feel that they have the same importance because they can't be part of everyday things. And that's devastating for them, but also for their family members. So for every one person with Alzheimer's disease, 3 or 4 family members are also very affected because they see these devastating changes progressing relentlessly in their loved ones.
Well, we all know the cliche, you are what you eat. So was that sort of the theme of the findings of the study that you conducted?
Yes, for a long time now we've known that nutrition is a very important modifiable risk factor for Alzheimer's disease. In this particular study, and now thanks to good technologies and measurements, we're able to measure the nutrients of the brain, and we know that nutrients called carotenoids, which you get typically from leafy greens, coloured fruits and vegetables, play a very important role in brain health and indeed now in Alzheimer's disease. And we know that patients with Alzheimer's disease are deficient in carotenoids, and what this study has shown is that if you take these high concentrated, high pure, safe nutrients in connection with fish oil, you can deliver these nutrients in a very effective way, even if patients have Alzheimer's disease. And remarkably, in this particular trial, the patients that were on that combination supplement demonstrated improvements in quality of life as assessed by working with their carers. We saw improvements, for example, with mood, memory, in some cases sight as well. So the initial findings here are very positive. The science here is very strong. It's been very well documented from across the world. If you visit my website, profjohnnolan.com, you'll see the enormity of study that's been done. And for information that on the supplement that was actually used in the trial, you'll see a description of that at memoryhealth.com.
Wow, those are some remarkable findings. I mean, just great news for people that suffer from it or people at risk of getting Alzheimer's. So thank you both so much for coming on the show and giving us this important information.
You're welcome. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Definitely. Stay where you are. We'll be right back.